everyone, it's Tara. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a book haul for all the books that I got during the month of September. So if you want to see what books I purchased this month, just keep watching. So the first one I got this month is The Wrong Bride by Gail, Callan. I actually got this one at 2nd and Charles. I had some cash back from books that I sold there, so I used that to get this. And this one is Shaken from Sleep During the Night and Bundled Off to the Highlands by Beverly Scott. Riona is at first terrified, then livid. Hugh McCallum insists they were promised to each other's children to ensure peace between their clans. The stubborn laird refuses to believe he's kidnapped the wrong Catriona Duff. Instead, he embarks on a campaign of slow-burning seduction. At first, Hugh cares only what their marriage can do for these people. Now he's starting to crave Riona for her own sake, but her true identity jeopardizes his clan's contract. And unless she chooses to risk it all to be his bride, he'll lose the only thing he prizes more than the lands he's fought so hard to save, the passionate marriage they could have together. So this one just seems like a cute historical romance. Next one I purchased this month is The Kiss Curse. I ended up getting this one at 2nd and Charles as well, using some of my cash back. So this one is the second one in the Graves Glen series by Aaron Sterling, and this is the first one was the XX, so this is the continuation on. So this one is all about Gwen and Wells, and it seemed like a good witchy read. Next one I got on I bought from a seller on a site that a Facebook site, and I ended up having money where I sold books, and so I purchased this one. So this one is Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks. It's a graphic novel. I wanted to give it a shot during October, and I figured it'd be perfect because it's set in a pumpkin patch, and it's about two teenagers, and they're trying to make their last shift meaningful because it's the last time they're working together. The next one I have is my book of the month choice, and that one is Love on the Brain by Hazelwood, and I believe this is the second one in her STEMinist series. I think it's all about women in STEM. So this one is about Bee and Levi, and they have to work together, and it says, the little tagline says, Bee's theory is right. Forcing a scientist to work with her nemesis triggers explosive results. So this one is, again, a romance, and it's based, I think they're at NASA. So this one seems like a fun romance. All right, the next few I got from Barnes & Noble, and this one is To Catch a Raven by Beverly Jenkins, and this one is a historical romance, and lying and cheating may be sins to some people, but Raven wrote, it's a way of life. She comes from a long line of grifters and couldn't be prouder until she's forced to help the government. A former Confederate official is suspected of stealing the Declaration of Independence, and Raven, posing as his housekeeper, is tasked with getting it back. Her partner is too handsome, Braxton Steele, masquerading as a valet/driver. Brax is also supposed to be her husband. He has his own reasons for doing this job, but when their pretend marriage ignites into fiery passion, they'll have to put everything, including their hearts, on the line. So this one kind of seemed like a fun historical romance, kind of suspenseful, seemed like the fake marriage trope, and I have read one by Beverly Jenkins. I read Tempest, and I really enjoyed that one, so I wanted to give this one a try because I enjoyed her writing. The next one I have has been pretty popular on BookTube, and that one is The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston, and this one is about Florence Day, who's a ghostwriter for one of the most prolific romance authors in the industry, and she has a problem. After a terrible breakup, she no longer believes in love. It's as good as dead. When her new editor, a too handsome mountain of a man, won't give her an extension on her book deadline, Florence prepares to kiss her career goodbye. But then she gets a phone call she never wanted to receive, and she must return home for the first time in a decade to help her family bury her beloved father. For 10 years, she's run from the town that never understood her, and even though she misses the sounds of a warm southern night and her eccentric, loving family and their funeral parlor, she can't bring herself to stay. Her father's gone, yet everything else feels the same, and she hates it, until she finds a ghost standing at the funeral parlor's front door, just as broad and infuriatingly handsome as ever, and he's just as confused about why he's there as she is. Romance is most certainly dead, but so is her new editor, and his unfinished business will have her second-guessing everything she's ever known about love stories. So it's supposed to be like a ghost love story? I don't know. It seemed pretty fun, and it's been popular on YouTube, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Next one I purchased is the first in like a series. It's like a mystery series, and that one is A Curious Beginning. A Curious Beginning by Deanna Raybourn. And it's a Veronica Speedwell mystery. I assume that's the series name. London, 1887. After burying her spinster aunt, orphaned Veronica Speedwell is free to resume her world travels in pursuit of scientific inquiry and the occasional romantic dalliance. As familiar with hunting butterflies as with fending off admirers, Veronica intends to embark upon the journey of a lifetime. But fate has other plans, and Veronica thwarts her own attempted abduction with the help of an enigmatic German baron who offers her sanctuary in the care of his friend Stoker, a reclusive and bad-tempered natural historian. But before the baron can reveal what he knows of the plot against her, he is found murdered, leaving Veronica and Stoker on the run from an elusive assailant as wary partners in search of the villainous truth. So this one just seemed like a fun mystery, and I wanted to kind of see what this series was all about. I'd heard a bit about it on BookTube, so I figured I'd give it a shot and try it out. This one I have is by one of my favorite authors, and that is Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Everything I've read of hers I have loved. I think I've read about 4 or 5 of her books, and so I wanted to give her new release a shot. So this one is about Carrie Soto. I believe she was referenced, like she was like a mini character in Malibu Rising, and now she's kind of has a story of her own. So Carrie Soto is fierce, and her determination to win at any cost has not made her popular. But by the time she retires from tennis, she is the best player the world has ever seen. She has shattered every record and claimed 20 Grand Slam titles. And if you ask Carrie, she's entitled to every one. She sacrificed nearly everything to become the best, with her father, Javier, as her coach, a former champion himself. Javier has trained her since the age of 2. But 6 years after her retirement, Carrie finds herself sitting in the stands of the 1994 U.S. Open, watching her record be taken from her by a brutal, stunning player named Nikki Chan. At 37 years old, Carrie makes the monumental decision to come out of retirement and be coached by her father for one last year in an attempt to reclaim her record. Even if the sports media say that they never liked the battle axe anyway, even if her body doesn't move as fast as it used to, and even if it means swallowing her pride to train with a man she once almost opened her heart to, Bo Huntley. Like her, he has something to prove before he gives up the game forever. In spite of it all, Carrie Soto is back for one epic final season in this riveting and unforgivable novel. Taylor Jenkins Reid tells her most vulnerable, emotional story yet. So this one seemed really good, so I wanted to give this one a try. And the last one I have is actually 111 Places in Washington That You Must Not Miss. So I live near there, so I wanted to get a book, and I was reading it in the store, and it had a lot of interesting places to check out. And visit, and ideas to do, maybe over summer or during long weekends. So I thought that would be fun. So those are all the books that I purchased during the month of September. Let me know what you got, or if you've read any of these and enjoyed them, or what your thoughts and opinions are. Just leave it in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you would like to, and I'll just talk to you all later. Bye.